Welcome back, guys. In this session, I'm going to design the HTML pages. So right now we are at home.html, okay, where we just have this h1 uh, tag which says home page. Okay, so first let me get rid of this one and let me create a division. Uh, I'll build it in a grid system. So let me have a division, okay, whose class name. I want to keep it as parent. Okay, this will be the main parent component which will be having all the child elements. Okay, so we have our parent tag like this. Okay, and here we'll be having totally three components, so three child components. So let me say dot child. Okay, then again dot child hyphen hyphen the dollar symbol symbolizes it will automatically come as 1, 2 and 3. So after this all I have to do is just put a star symbol and put 3 and hit enter, and it is going to give me three divisions which has one common class name called as child and individual class names called as child hyphen hyphen 1, child hyphen hyphen 2 and child hyphen hyphen 3. Okay, so this will be the entire navigation bar, okay, which I'm going to create. And here this will be the main content, so main content. And here we will be having the final footer, so footer. So we have three child components right now, and let me just refresh the page, and you'll be seeing those three components are right now here like this. Okay, so now instead of hard coding it like this as an app bar, okay, so let me just go to the bootstrap and go to the main page, and here you can say just get started, that's it. Okay, now let me say navs. Okay, just me say navs, and just click on the first link like this, and you'll get a lot of options like this to create an app bars like this. And let's say I want something like this. Okay, it has to be in the center, and this is the ul part of that. Okay, and we'll do like this. Okay, we'll just copy this entire code. Okay, we'll just copy this entire code, and here let's come to the first one. Okay, and let me use a nav tag like this, and inside the nav tag I'm going to copy paste the entire url over like this. Okay, now let me save it, and let's go to our document, and let's refresh this page, and we have our navigation bar like this. Okay, now let's come to let's say we have uh, main content will fill out later, or we'll just say like this. Okay, main content right now has an h1. Okay, saying that this is the home page. Okay, so let me say like this: ecoders ecoders home page dot like this. And after the h1, okay, let me add like a horizontal line. Okay, let me say hr, and it will provide a horizontal line after the h1 tag. And after that the main contents and everything, you can just simply copy paste in all of the programs. Okay, all the html pages. And for the final footer, okay, let's just simply have a paragraph which says copyright. Okay, copyright, and to give that copyright symbol I just have to say ampersand copy and semicolon like this, belongs to like this Gurupreet Singh. Okay, ecoders. So let us give it comma like this. Let's save it, and let's just go to the document and refresh the page. So as you can see, we have our navigation bar like this, and we have a paragraph, and we have this h1 tag with a horizontal line just below that. Okay, now I don't want this disabled link, so we'll just have to remove that class name from here, so it will get removed like this. And instead of disabled, okay, I want a home page, login page, register page, and user page. So let me just create this as a user page. This will be the link for the user page. Okay, and just like this one link, okay, I'll simply just copy paste that one more time, and here let's say logout. Okay, we have a button called as logout, or the logout link. And this link will change it to the register page, and this one will make it as a login. Okay, and as you can see, this one, it says active. Okay, here the class name is active, and here instead of saying active, let's say this is the home page. Okay, this is the home page. So let me just refresh that, and as you can see, we have those five links which we wanted. Okay, now this one, uh, in the main content we'll fill out later, but let's come to the style sheet. Okay, let's come to the style sheet, and here I'm going to split the window like this, and here let's go to the home page. So on the left side I can see my home page, and on the right side I'll be able to see the styling what I'm going to do for this particular home page. And first of all, I have this parent element, so let me say dot parent, open and close curly braces, and I'm going to say display. Okay, as grid, and grid underscore hyphen template hyphen, I want columns, so columns colon. Okay, see guys, I want three columns. Okay, I want like this, one fr and four fr and one fractional unit. Okay, so like this three columns I want, and grid hyphen template hyphen rows. Okay, I hope I'm not making any spelling mistakes. Okay, template, plate, yes. Okay, rows I want is three. Okay, same way, uh, I'll say like this. Okay, like if I have like 100 pixels of height for the first row where only the navigation will be there. Okay, then the main content, okay, let's say 600, or let's say like 700 pixels, the main body of where everything is going to get shown. Okay, and like footer also, let's make it like 100 pixels. Okay, so we have three rows and three columns. And now let's say like this. First, let me go here and say all the child elements. Okay, all the child elements, let it have a border. Okay, so that I'll come to know where exactly what is going on. 1 pixel of solid black color. Okay, so let me just save this one, and as you can see, we have our navigation, um, the main portion, and all of them coming in the same line, because we have not mentioned where each and every child element should be positioned in this particular grid. Okay, so that is what we are going to do next. Okay, so first dot child hyphen hyphen one, so that is the navigation. Okay, I'm going to say grid hyphen column. Okay, grid column should start from the beginning till the end. Okay, so either I can give like 3, or I can simply say -1. So from 1 to last. Okay, it should take up the entire column. Okay, so let me just refresh. So as you can see, it is taken from the entire column. Okay, and row wise also it should be from 1 to 2. Okay, so grid hyphen row, it should start from first to 2. Okay, it should start from the first, that is from this top index to this one is the 2, second option. Okay, second row, that one is. Okay, and just like this, let me copy this and paste it over here. Okay, and just simply change this class name from hyphen hyphen 1 to hyphen hyphen 2, and this one. Okay, this the main content. Okay, as you can see, this is the main content. See, this is the main content. Okay, who has this class name as child hyphen hyphen 2. I want here in the center. I don't want here on the left side and right side. I don't want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, see, this column starts from 2 and ends at 3. So I'm going to say column wise it should be at 2 and it should end at 3, and row wise it should be starting from 2 as well as from 3. So let me just save it and refresh the page, and as you can see, it's exactly here right now. Okay, and for the footer, so let me just copy this CSS styling, paste it over here, change the class name to hyphen hyphen 3, and column wise, okay, it should start from the beginning till the end. So I'm going to say 1 forward slash -1, and row wise it should start from 2 to 3. Okay, no, I don't think so. 1 2 3, 3 to 4. Okay, so it should be at the end. So 3 to, you can say 4 as well, or you can say -1. So let me just save it and refresh the page, and as you can see, we have our navigation, we have our main contents, and we have our paragraph exactly in the positions where we wanted. Okay, now let's give some more stylings to this. And first of all, okay, all the child elements, okay, all the child elements, see, this is the code for that. Okay, and here let's come inside the parent and let's say grid hyphen gap. Okay, this is going to give gap in all the column wise and row wise. Okay, so for timing, let's keep it as 5 pixels. Okay, and let's refresh the page, and as you can see, we have got like 5 pixels here, 5 pixels here, and even on the left and right side it will be there, but we won't be able to know that much. So let me just keep 10 pixels and show you. So as you can see, the gap here at the top and bottom and even on the left and right side has been increased. Okay, so this is how you're going to give grid gaps as well. Okay, and now see, suppose let's say I just remove this border from all the child elements. Okay, all the child elements, and if I refresh this page, see, as you can see how my page is looking right now. Okay, so for just for time being, okay, let me say background hyphen color, okay, as orange, red. Okay, orange red. Okay, all the child elements should have background colors of orange red. Okay, and we are going to remove that later on. Okay, so as you can see right now, our main app is going to look like this. Okay, main app is going to look like this. And first of all, let's make some minor changes here. So first of all, I'm going to say text align. Okay, for the paragraph, okay, which I've given you here in the footer section to be text aligned in the center of the content, so it will come like this. Okay, and here also this h1, okay, even if it's in the center, okay, so we'll make that also in the center. Okay, so let me just copy this and let me come to the child one like this, and no, let's not make for the child one. Okay, individually we can give for the h1 as well here itself. Okay, so in child 2 that h1 is there, so you can say like this, child hyphen hyphen 2, and inside that what the h1 is there. For that you can target for that particular element you are targeting, not the entire child 2. Okay, so right now if I refresh it, so your eCoders homepage is going to come in the center of that particular tag. Okay, so this is how we are going to design this. Okay, so first let me just get rid of this background color for all the children's. Okay, let me just refresh it and we'll get back the original uh, this thing like this. Okay, but first of all, let's do one thing. Okay, let's keep background color for the entire app. Okay, let's go with a little bit of dark theme. Okay, so let me first choose the green color, colon like this, background. Okay, I've made a spelling mistake over here, bsck is missing, so let me just make it as a green color, and let me just refresh the page. Okay, now in the green color also I'm going to go with a somewhat bluish type of color. Okay, so let me just come here. Okay, and let's say this little darker version, I think it might look good. Okay, so let's change the color over like this, and yes, okay, so it almost looks greenish type of blue color. Okay, and I'll keep this as the main theme of our application. Okay, now I'm going to remove this child, this is not required I guess, but let's save like this. Okay, now uh, what we need to do is, okay, this enter navigation. Okay, so enter navigation is there, so let's give a class name for that. Okay, so first of all it should act like navbar, so there is a class name called as navbar in Bootstrap, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so let me just save it. Okay, so as you can see, so right now the color of these list items, okay, each and every anchor tags, okay, we'll have to change it into some kind of a dark color or light color in order to be visible. But first let's do something like this. Okay, bg, okay, background color, bg stands for background color. Okay, and I'm going to give it as warning because I want it in yellow type of color. Okay, the entire navigation has to be yellow kind of color. So as you can see, we have got an yellow color design like this. Okay, and all the contents, okay, right now move to the left side. Okay, even when I have chosen this justify content in the center. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this class name from the ul tag. Okay, class name from the ul tag. Okay, and put it here on the main nav bar. Okay, so as you can see, everything came back in the center of the page. Okay, as you can see, everything came back in the center of the page, and our app is looking like this right now. Okay, and this is still in blue color. Okay, and even we have not created these links yet. We have not given the code to go back to login page or register page, and so it's not going anywhere. Okay, so it's not going anywhere. So our next job will be to do that. Okay, so I guess what we can do is we can either these contents, okay, we can keep it like this, or we can say uh, we want the color, okay, color of these links to be a little bit darker. Okay, so what you can do is you can go to the individual links, okay, and you can add the color of the text, saying that text hyphen dark. Okay, dark means black color. So if I save it, see, as you can see, I've just changed for the login button. Okay, so if I refresh this, as you can see, it has become black color. Okay, the same class name you can keep for everything. Okay, I'm going to keep this as text hyphen dark. So let me just come here, okay, and say text hyphen dark. We save it, and let's repeat the same thing for even the register as well. Text hyphen dark. These are the Bootstrap class names. So for the user page as well, text hyphen dark. Save it, and last one for the logout button. Okay, text hyphen dark. Let's save it and done. Let's refresh this page, and as you can see, all of them have become black in color. Okay, same thing I'm going to do for this paragraph as well. Okay, so the entire division, okay, entire division, I'm going to say background bg hyphen warning. Okay, it becomes yellow color, and let me save it, and let me just refresh the page and show you. Okay, we are in the home page, so let me come to the home page first. Okay, so yes, let's refresh. Okay, bg hyphen warning. Here we have missed n, so we have done a spelling mistake, so that's why it was not working. So let me just refresh. So as you can see, we have got our footer also ready with us. Okay, and now let's do one thing. Okay, we have our main content, and if you want, we can put a border around the main content so that it comes as a proper square or something, but that part is for later. Okay, and now we have successfully created the home page like this. Okay, so this is the home page of the application, and let's go and do the same thing. Okay, let's go and do the same thing for all the pages, login page and all those things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to copy the home.html page. Okay, and we'll just copy paste in that particular respected HTML files. Okay, so this will be the very easiest way to do that. Okay, so let me just copy this whole thing from home.html. Let's go to login.html and control A and paste. Okay, like this we have to do, but before that, okay, before that, let us build this links. Okay, and then we'll do the copy pasting thing. Okay, so right now, okay, let me just minimize this little bit content so that you can see the anchor tags properly. So this is the login page, so this is the home page. Okay, and here in href you just have to mention where exactly you have to go. Okay, so again, I'll be using the same Jinja syntax, that is the double curly braces like this, and inside that one you are going to use the url underscore for function, and this time, okay, all you have to do is this is the link for the home page, and for the home page, uh, I guess we don't need any kind of link. Okay, the route, okay, it will be expecting a route. So let's do like this. So this is the login page. Okay, let's not have for the home page we don't have any route. Okay, so that is the index page, that is the starting page. Okay, and I'll just create okay, for the time being I'll not create for the login page. I'll show you why that thing is going to show as an error. But for the login page, Okay, let me just remove this hash from here. Use the double curly braces like this. Okay, not these ones. Mm, yes, these ones, these curly braces, and inside that one you just have to say URL underscore for. Okay, and you just have to mention the route. That is the route we have mentioned in the function. Okay, for login we are going to go to the login page, and for the register page also I'm going to say in double quotes. Okay, again use the double curly brace, come inside the curly brace and say URL underscore for. Okay, now mention the route REGISTR register. Okay, and let's go to the user page. Okay, and here, okay, href is missing, so href equals to in double quotes. Okay, now use the curly braces, double curly braces, and then URL underscore for, then in single quotes. Okay, that's a function. In single quotes I'm going to say users, that is the route. Okay, and now this one, okay, say href equal to in double quotes I'm going to say the same Jinja code curly brace like this, and say URL underscore for, and here just mention in single quotes that it is login. Okay, so let me save it. Okay, let me save it and refresh this page. Okay, so right now we are in the home page, so we have done changes only in the home page right now, please understand that. Okay, so we don't have any link to go to home page right now. Okay, so we have a link to go to login page. So first of all, in login page, so let me just come back here and say login page. Okay, previous video I had just changed that name. Okay, so let me just refresh this and we are in the login page. Okay, right now let's me come back to the home page. See, this is the URL for the home page. Now let's click on the register page and we are on the register page. Let's come back, user page, it's here on the user page. See, we have just built the link, and when we click on the logout, okay, it has just come back to the login page. Okay, let me just rectify that. Okay, I don't want to come to login page, I want to come to home page. Okay, so right now we don't have a home page route because it is just forward slash. So for time being, let me keep it as login page itself. Okay, if you have a separate dashboard page or something where the user can log in from, okay, we'll create that page later on and we'll call that as the home page. Okay, and for time being, let's not create anything for home page right now. Okay, so just like this, so we have created this home link. Okay, it's just a name. Okay, but it's not working right now. Okay, so other links are working, and those links I'm going to copy paste in all the pages. So let me just in the home.html, let me just copy whole thing, the entire page. Let's come to the login page and control A, paste once again. Let's save it, and instead of making this as, I'll just say uh, decoders login page. Let's save it, and let's come to the register page, control A, paste it once again, and here let me change this to register page. Let's save it, and that is also done. Let's come to the user page, control A, paste, and instead of home page, let's make it as user page. Okay, so let me just save it, and I guess we have done in register page, login page, and home page as well. We have just changed with the creating the links. So let me just refresh the page. Okay, so right now we are in the login page. Okay, so login page, then click on register, you'll be on the register page. Click on the user link, that is also working fine. Okay, let's click on the logout page and you should be brought back to the login page as well. Okay, so this is how we are going to create the links, okay, inside each and every page whichever we like. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Okay, I thought it was really straightforward. Okay, and I hope till now we have used, okay, you have to please note that till now we have used only two functions from Flask. That is, one is render template to show the HTML pages, that is the render template. Okay, then URL for is used to link, okay, first of all it is used in the head tag to link the CSS files like this. Okay, using the same Jinja syntax. Okay, and URL for is also used in the href of each and every links. Okay, so this is what we have to mention till here right now. Okay, I hope you like this video. Okay, I hope you like and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.